So, hello friends, we are live today again in our PSN Speak series. And as we have been doing through our PSN Speak series, we have been bringing up topics which are important for the future of your special need child. And today also, we have come out with a very good topic, which is going to be highly important and which is going to uh, lay down a foundation for the future of your special needs child. Now, today I am discussing about letter of wishes. Now, we have been discussing with a lot of families on their estate planning aspects, and will having a legal guardian, private trust, these are highly important elements which families have to plan for, which families have to prepare for, and they have to ensure that this legal framework is in place. So, where does a letter of wishes stand for? And why I am saying a letter of wishes in today's scenario becomes such an important document. So let me, first uh, help you in knowing that what exactly is letter of wishes. Now, firstly, it's not a legal document. So it's not a legal document which you have to register, which you need a help of a lawyer, or which you, where you need help of professionals to write it down. A letter of wishes is a simple document where, as a parent of a special need child, you wish for something how your special child should be taken care. You know what has worked for your child. You know what hasn't worked for your child. You know about his living child, that maybe the future guardian or future trustees won't be knowing it. So how best you can ensure that they they identify something for your child in a manner what you wanted. So letter of wishes, as I am saying, or you can call it letter of intent, or you call it letter of instruction, by whatever name you call it. A letter of wishes becomes an important document which can also serve as a reference guide uh, with your will or with a private trust which you write, which you create for your special needs child future. So a letter of wishes, as I am saying, is an important document, and laying down your wish, your vision for your child for the future. Now, how do you write it, and what you should write in in your letter of wishes? Now, in a general term, when we talk about a letter of wishes with an estate planning aspect, then it includes instructions for the trustees, for the guardian, how to manage the asset, how to manage the legacy you leave behind for your child. It spells out all your intentions, what you want to do, why you have done a specific thing, and it also lay down a foundation wherein things are pretty clear for the next generation, or for anyone who wants to know how you wanted or what you wish for when you are uh, when you are writing who is going to own what from the legacy you have created. Now, when we talk about in general in estate planning, a letter of wishes, when it is written in such an instruction manner, when it is written in such a detailed manner, then it helps lot many families to reducing those disputes which can arise from just from your will, from the legal documents you have created, and also when so many disputes are reduced, then probably you can see a smooth transfer of your legacy to the next generation. So that's where letter of wishes stand for when we talk about in general estate planning. Now, for special children families, how does it help? As I said, your child, about him or her, you as a parent know everything. You as a parent uh, know about his behavior right from his birth. You as a parent know about what has worked for him, what hasn't worked for him on the medical side. You know about your child, that uh, what he likes, what he dislikes. You know about him, what he wants to wear, what he doesn't want to wear. You know about your child, that you know on religious places how he react, what he's where he likes to visit, and there are a lot many other things from your daily life of your child which you as a parent won't be aware of. Now let's talk about what happens in a situation where you are not there. You have appointed a legal guardian, and I always ask this question to the families, that when you are leaving your child, say for 4 hours, you can easily give instruction your neighbor what to do, and how should he care for him. Extend this to 48 hours, probably you might be able to give instruction in that time frame also, that how your child should be care, and what should be done and what shouldn't be done. Now extend this instruction or extend this time horizon for lifelong. Now, can you as a parent give any verbal instruction to the next person who's going to look after your child and probably hasn't been involved in your child care? You do not want a situation where you are not there and your tall adult child it's suddenly left to a guardian who doesn't know about your child living, who doesn't know about special need child care. Then so what you should do, the letter of intent becomes a very very good document in such scenarios. Letter of wishes I've spoken about. So letter of wishes and letter of intent I'm using interchangeably. For in a general in traditional families, you can say about letter of wishes. Basically you are writing instructions of what to do, what not to do. You write instruction for trustees if you have created a private trust to manage your big legacy. You write instructions for the guardians. You write how you wanted something to be done, and when it is attached to a will or a trust, then the trustees or the people who are going to take care of your estate ensures that it is done in the manner you have wished for. Now, for special children families, specifically for your special need child, letter of intent works as good as a letter of wishes. So what do you include in a letter of intent? Firstly, it is mainly about your special need child. Now, when you are writing a letter of intent, you are writing everything about your child. And there are three major elements which are covered in letter of intent: your family, your child upbringing, your child health situation, and your vision for the future. So, a letter of intent will cover your family details, who all are family members, who all are those members whom you want to be in the future for your special child care, who are the family members whom you do not want to be there involved in your child care, or who are the family members who you want to be on a specific role for your child care. Along with this, the complete background of your family: where was your child born, what happened. So you write in the letter of intent. That's the first part which comes in. The second part is about the medical situation. So, what was the medical situation for your child? What was the disability all about? When does it diagnosed? What did you do? What medicines were given for the child? What did work for the child in the past? What didn't work for the child in the past? Now, when you write this, it means, and when it is read by a legal guardian or a trustee, they are knowing that these things have not worked for your child. So you are not going to uh, repeat it again. Then, when you have written about medical situation, the third and the doctors who are involved in your child care, the regular doctors are there, the therapist or any other medical professional who are involved in your child care. And then your vision: what do you wanted? How do you want your child care should be taken? Who are the financial professionals? Who are the legal professionals? And all those professionals who are going to be involved in your child lifelong care. So these are elements of a letter of intent which, as a parent of a special need child, you are writing. And when you are writing this, then So a letter of intent is writing about your child life. As I said, your instructions. I would say instruction because you are writing something, not to be done, not to be repeated for your child care, and then what matters for your child. So when you write all these things in a single piece of document, you can yourself think of that somebody who doesn't know about your child care and who is going to be involved when he reads about this, for your child, then how knowledgeable he or she going to be. And the people who are going to be there are the legal guardian and the trustees of your private trust. And as I said, much like a letter of wishes, you want something in some manner to be done. Now, in general, in a will, we do not write so much, so specific, details, and even the trust does not have. But you want something to be done in a specific manner from your assets. The letter of intent and a letter of wishes can, very well contain that, because it's a very detailed document. You can write and you can go as detailed as you want to. And when you are going in that detail, then probably the guardian, the trustees, they are more, understanding your requirements, understanding your wish for the future. And as I said in the beginning, it's not a legal document, and that's why you can go as long as you want to, which should help future caregivers, future trustees, future guardian to be more aware. So that's a letter of intent or a letter of wishes, which you can write. The template is available even on our website also. There is an e-course also which we run where we have explained completely how to write this letter of intent question by question. So do visit our website planspecialneeds.com, and uh, you can have a details on writing a letter of intent, or you can contact me and we'll help you out in completing your letter of intent. But do remember, this is such an important document for your special need child, for anybody to be aware about your child, about his requirement, about his life, which you as a parent know everything about it, but you as a parent also wants that somebody who wants to take care of my child should be aware of all these factors which are related to my special child care. Will legal guardianship documents, trust won't have all these details, but a letter of intent is. And as I said, you can always attach to a will, to a private trust, and you can make it a reference document for the trustees, for the legal guardian. So that's a letter of intent, letter of wishes, or letter of instruction, by whatever name you call it. But it's a highly important document to be written by special need children families for the child future. So that's all for today's PSN Speak series. We will be again there in the next Friday with another topic where we are going to discuss for the future of special need child. So bye for now. And any topic you want to cover in our PSN Speak series, do let us know, and we will ensure that in one of the talks of our PSN Speak series, I cover those topics also. Thank you. Bye for now, and see you.